Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Mississippi State's offense will get the first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran. Through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Reese. Breaks the tackle. He navigates some traffic, steps out of... The 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Croman Hope. Oh, they're after him. Out of the backfield, he's open. Building momentum, picking up the chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. The give on the inside. Breaks into the open. Spins away. He's at the 30. He's at the... and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thompson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Working that left side now. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest. And
picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to fire. Rushes on him. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. complete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Turning it on! Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Handoff from the gun. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Croman Hope. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
With jet sweep pass. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get more?
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Floats it out in space. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. You know what It's Manning. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find the soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Thompson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Here's a Heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 35. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, he can go. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Winston. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Mosley. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. The quick out. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his man. It's Thompson. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. As That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Got the quick completion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Grab behind the line, it's Moore. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to pass on second down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on first down. Now improvising. Quickly out to the tight end.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep a foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
He'll pull it on the read. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Thompson. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff to the lone back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from a defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that 2nd down.
On the direct snap, it's Thompson. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. Absolutely perfect. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. To the air, it's Manning. Pressure coming. Dances away. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Mississippi. Mississippi State. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks.
He's loose down the left side. The 40. Inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baxter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now,
snags it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
and that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Good timing on the quick out. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldog. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The hand to the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He steps out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though. They get another chance, right? They can...
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Arizona State is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 25 over UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snags it quickly on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. The inside handoff. Makes it wide open. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll go to the counter. Plows through the defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Give to the single back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The give to the back. Find some fresh air. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.